Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Just a quick intraday update. I really just want to focus here on the shorter time frame. Question at the moment that appears on this chart is, are we in a smaller degree wave 4 or are we in a larger degree wave 4? I currently don't see the low as being reached or having been reached in this entire correction, which started up here on the 7th of June at this large B wave. Again, in the previous video earlier today, I also talked about the bigger picture, so feel free to check out that video. This here is literally just intraday update. So we have this decline. We've seen a bounce from yesterday. As I mentioned in yesterday's video, we had this trend line that broke. That was our signal that a rally is starting, at least a corrective rally. This is unfolding. We reached the resistance area. In fact, we reached the top of the resistance area, and I remember that I think it was in yesterday's last video that I mentioned that in recent weeks Bitcoin's wave 4s usually reached a 50% retracement, and it actually was reached. Looking at the microstructure again, it could actually be a small 5-wave move here. Yeah, it's just not very clear. But that doesn't make a great difference to the previous video. I mentioned to you anyway that due to the extent of the move up, I'm looking for higher. So still though, we haven't broken above the nearest resistance. So it is possible that the wave 4 topped already and that we are already in the 5th wave. However, I'd be careful with short positions because, first of all, we are likely close to either the end of this circle wave 3, which should lead to a larger bounce in circle wave 4. Should be here actually. 1 second, let me just shift that across. Oh, it looks a bit weird. Or we are already in circle wave 4. Yeah. So the yellow subdivision or the yellow micro count, you could say, already shows us what would happen in circle wave 4. Again, I'm not sure if this is circle wave 4. We have to be a bit flexible here because I'm not convinced by the microstructure at all, but still we can use the fib levels and everything to make the structures relevant and to track the movement and to identify setups. Basically what I did was we had this trend line broke, we looked for higher prices, rally into resistance. The rally is potentially in 5 waves, so I'm looking for higher prices, but I'm not convinced that the overall low of the correction is in. I hope that makes sense. I'm not entirely sure about the wave degree, but I think the yellow microstructure is probably playing out. So that would mean we have an A wave up. I would like to see a little bit more of a pronounced B wave. Yeah, so this could be wave A, B, and maybe we get a C wave down now. We'll see. Micro support is between 59,149 and 60,385. So basically, as long as we're holding, so basically I don't necessarily expect micro support to break from here. Not with the data I have right now. I'd like to see actually, well, not I'd like to see. It seems more likely. I see decent odds for a larger wave 4 bounce. Okay, I should formulate it like that. So that means, while I would like to see a pullback into the orange micro support region there, not guaranteed, but I think it is at least the most likely path in an ideal Elliott Wave world. And then from here, a C wave rally that could go higher. If we get a decent B wave, so a decent wave C of B, we could calculate then a target for wave C to the upside. It would be usually the 100% extension of the initial A wave. But I don't have a reliable B wave low in place. I hope that makes sense. So that means we have support. You know, you don't need to worry even about the Elliott waves. You can just look at the support levels. Micro support area between 59,149 and 60,385, with additional support levels at 60,022 and 59,660. We had a break of this ascending trend line as well. I can take that off the chart. So that could indicate that this C wave of wave B has started, but that's not reliable. Ultimately, it's developing nicely. Highlighted yesterday that we should expect a bounce. That bounce happened. We're in resistance. And looking at the chart today, it looks like we should see further upside extensions. but I see it at the moment only as a larger corrective rally. Also pay attention to these trend lines, they could provide additional resistance. Yeah, what else? I don't think there is anything. The larger resistance area, or let's say the upper resistance area, is between 62,626 and 65,335. That's the update. Basically looking for higher, to keep it very simple, against 59,149. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.